I'm going to say Morocco because I got into this tournament and one of the teams that I actually said people need to look out for was Canada because throughout the qualifications Canada were playing really well, and I actually thought that they're going to do something in this tournament, but so far they've not bagged a win. But the team in their group that has actually jazzed me, and they're actually going to play Canada in their next game, is Morocco. Morocco managed to bag a win out of nowhere, and I'm actually rooting for them to qualify for the knockout phase. Germany, and this one starts from everybody in Nairobi streets. If you are out there, you driving a BMW, an Audi, a VW, a German car, maze, unajua Germans, first things first, it's that team that everybody say, oh, German machine, it always knows how to work and whatnot, but it looks like the Germans turned into the English team. I thought the English team would be the most disappointing one, but Germans could be getting knocked out by next week. That's very simple. It's a guy that I think is going to win the Golden Boot, and that's Bukayo Saka. As an Arsenal fan, I watch Bukayo every weekend and get to know how fearless this kid is. Okay. And get to know, you can hear the Man City fans in the background, and get to know that this kid is actually destined for greatness. He's for the longest time people have been saying Arsenal doesn't have any world-class players, and in a world stage, Bukayo is basically keeping all the defensive players of the opposing team or midfield players of the opposing team at bay, and his fearlessness has really impressed me on a world stage, especially after the Euros with everything that happened to him, missing that penalty. He still came back to Arsenal and is our penalty taker right now. So the confidence in him, I actually feel that he's going to surprise many. Being a team that I've thrashed just previously, and that's Canada again. These guys, first of all, they're quite a talented side. Kids who are talented, but I feel like they don't have a striker yet who can convert them into goals. But it has been a surprise, especially if you look at them. I think it's been 40 years since their country has been represented in the World Cup, and they come through and they're out surprising the greats. So it's been a surprise. Yes, it has. Before the game started, because it was a week after the European football season, and that's the one that's heavy in any football fan around the world. I thought that it was going to have a slow start, but the kickstart was nice, and the football on the pitch is quite amazing. Yeah, so far it's been good. I don't think they've dealt with it well, because first things first, if we're talking about football in general, I don't see a reason as to why people say you could separate football from day-to-day lives, because the way football has been right now, if you're a football fan, you definitely know however your team is performing, you carry it on. You carry it to work, you carry it even after the game. Whether if you won, you're happy. If you're sad, man, you'll be bantered throughout, and you just can't wait for the next time your team goes onto the pitch to prove somebody else wrong. And football has been an integral part in our culture as it is right now. If you look at, for example, what happened in Ivory Coast when Didier Drogba was playing for them in a World Cup, it actually transformed the whole country, where the country moved from, they were battling civil war and families and friends and people who are just up against each other, but the fact that they saw their team performing the way it was performing on a world stage, they all came together for the support of their country. If you now take that and look at what is happening in Qatar, there's lots of human rights issues from people, from the laborers who are there, from equal rights in the LGBTQ community, and it's something that I feel football needs to do more, because we can't compare ourselves with other sports. There's no way you can say golf is being held in the Middle East, Formula One is being held in the Middle East, so why is it the fact that only when it's football, that's when you make noise? But that's because this World Cup has got the whole world watching. And if you're supposed to set an example, it's something that you're supposed to show that you include everybody, whoever they are, however they choose to live their life. Just let them live their life that way, but support the initiative in the fact that as much as they're different from you and I, we all love football, and we should all show that we love each other. And I think that was the message behind the One Love armband. That is a big issue right now, where most European countries are being told where their captains cannot wear their armband. So they've not dealt that well. I think Denmark is going to win. And basically it's because they're a European side, and I think they take football seriously than the Australians. So I think they're going. I think they're way better. Every African right now wants me to support the African team, but me, I'm going to be factual. Kylian Mbappe is going to crucify them. Vibaya sana. Hey, that one's going to be messy because Argentina will lose. Lewandowski. Poland win. Mexico's taking it. Yeah, I think World Cup Ochoa will come back.